Hi everyone, this is Captain Ed Berger from the TackleDirect Pro Staff. Welcome to our beautiful new 25,000 square foot facility in Egg Harbor Township, New Jersey. It's our showroom, which I'm standing in the middle of right now, our shipping facility off to one side, and in the back is our call center where our product specialists are talking to folks just like you right now about all the products that are available. And there are so many of them that in today's fishing world, it's getting more and more difficult to select just exactly the right gear, tackle, rods, and reels for the application that you're going to use them for. That's why TackleDirect is bringing in a series of manufacturer's reps over a course of time and posting the videos here on the net for you to take a look at. Today, we're going to bring in Dave Colley from St. Croix Rods. Dave is a wealth of information on fishing rods. We're going to take a special look at the Legend Tournament Bass Rods. Let's go over to the bench and see what Dave's got for us. Hey Dave, welcome back to TackleDirect.
Well, as always, thanks for having me.
Before we get into the Legend Tournament Bass series of rods, let's talk for just a minute about the company. Let's talk about St. Croix.
Well, I'd be happy to do that. St. Croix is the longest running rod manufacturer in the United States. In our Park Falls, Wisconsin facility, we've been handcrafting fishing rods for over 60 years. The rod we're going to talk about today is made in that Park Falls facility. This is the Legend Tournament Bass series. Legend Tournament Bass has been through a couple changes, and this last year we decided to incorporate the nano resin that Scientific Anglers has developed in this series of rods. So now you have an under $300 retail rod for bass that is one of the most durable bass rods on the market. With that 3M resin incorporated in here, you get a rod that is 30% or more durable and stronger than it was before, with no change in power and action. So, and a couple of the other technologies that we use in this rod is we incorporate our ART material, which is our advanced reinforcement technology. That's a graphite scrim material that we use that increases the hoop strength in the rod without adding any weight whatsoever in the rod. And then we also have our IPC tooling, which is our integrated polycurve technology, which smooths out the transition points in the rod, again, to make it a more durable rod.
So you're literally, because of the new technology, you're able to get more strength out of a lighter rod. Mm-hmm. That's great.
Yep.
That's great. And, so if you're going to be throwing it all day, it's definitely going to make a difference.
Exactly. If you're a tournament angler and you want to fish all day and you want the best tool for that purpose, Legend Tournament Bass is something you want to consider. Right. A couple of other changes that we made is we went to a Fuji K guide, which is a tangle-free slant forward style guide, and it's a concept series guide, so there's many more guides, and you can see as it goes further out the rod, they're closer to the blank. So ultimate sensitivity, and we went to more of a micro design, so that's a smaller ring on these now. These go down to a size 5 with an alkanite ring. So, and you'll notice even that very last one, how close that tip section is to the first guide. The reason for that is if you have it further away from that, you'll get a belly line right there. Right. So we actually fished this thing for years to try and figure out if we wanted to do a micro guide configuration. And when we decided to do it, we played around with where that last guide was going to be, and this is the best placement for that guide. Also has a new Fuji SKB split reel seat, which is very unique in design, and these are all split grips. So the entire series is what we call a split grip, and this open section of cork is more a look than it is a functionality, but if you're a power caster, your hand kind of transmits and goes right down to that. But of course most bass fishing is done with a single hand for efficiency and repetitive, to keep hitting that lily pad over and over and over. Right. So that bass angler loves to do that. So that's Legend Tournament Bass in a conventional. There are a few spins in it. I'll hand that to you.
Here we go.
And you can see here how dramatic that Fuji K style guide is, how it slopes forward. And again, that's to prevent tangles. The line will not anywhere wrap around that. It just slips right off. It's more of a tangle-free guide. And those again that's the Fuji K with an alkanite ring. And again, that Fuji SKB split grip reel seat. And you can see it's very minimalist. That's the design is less is more.
These are really light rods.
Yeah, extremely light rods.
They really are light rods.
So that's the Legend Tournament series of bass. It's an extremely large series of rods, from a jerkbait rod, which is a 6/8 medium, all the way up to a flippin' Magnum cranker, a swim bait rod, And it's important to mention here that swim bait rod, rated for 1 to 4 ounces, is the perfect rod for the new Alabama rig. There aren't very many rods that can handle that style of fishing with that. Once you put those 6 rubber shads on that thing, it weighs about 2.5 to 3 ounces, and most guys are catching more than 1 bass on a single cast. So you need a rod that's heavy enough to handle it, and that 1 to 4 ounce swim bait rod is the rod for the Alabama rig.
Super. The Legend Tournament Bass Series from St. Croix. We want to remind everybody that you can shop 24/7 at TackleDirect.com. Call one of our product specialists in the call center in the back at 1-888-354-7335. They can tell you all about the St. Croix rods, the entire line of St. Croix rods. Or you can stop by our beautiful new 25,000 square foot showroom, call center, and shipping facility right here in Egg Harbor Township, New Jersey. Dave, thanks very much for coming in to see us
As
today.
always, my pleasure.
I'm Captain Ed Berger. I want to thank you for joining us, and remember that we'll see you all out on the water.